Hi everyone. I have turned the camera so that you could see Firefly just snoozing on a chair while I get some things set up. But now I've realized I'm gonna have to turn the camera live on stream. So that was silly of me. But you know, maybe it's worth it for the cat visuals. For once, she is sleeping on the chair because yes, no more of my face, just the cat cam. Um, yes, I have basically given up the chair I was using in this room and given it to her, so maybe she will stop climbing on everything while I'm streaming. But we'll see, we'll see. It may or may not work. Well, so we're going into investigation number 6, the middle school melodrama. Oh no, middle school. So dramatic. Yes, everyone's crying already. Barely opened it and there's already crying. How? Why? So soon? Okay, she's been crying so hard that whatever she had on her piece of paper has now dissolved. I assume this is days because it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I guess maybe some sort of school schedule. This might be okay. This is locations, so maybe lockers, something. Because the last one is library, and then it's B and A, and then E O. Old MacDonald had a farm, something like that. I have given a copy of this something, blah blah, and swear to uphold it. Ash Tink. Okay, so this is Ash Tink. Obviously, we know that the whole family we're investigating is the Tink family, and Ash was already mentioned as being the daughter of the family, and we have someone Baker. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to try and remember like all the drama of the family because all of the stories and investigations they do link up. So while you don't have to remember everything, it's helpful. Yeah, she did, right? Because it was stuff about like in the first case that oh don't forget your bag, and then she didn't have her bag with her because it was still hanging in the front of the house. Yes, so good remembering. Okay, so she's crying about something being so soon. And it's gonna be okay, I promise, says the girl with space buns and oh my god, is she like dressed as a Sailor Moon fan? Because she's got the space bun and she got a bunny on her top. A few sheets of thin toilet paper. Yeah, nothing like school toilet paper. Hot pink gel pen. And a backpack containing a jacket and notebooks. Yes, she's got her backpack, but this girl had no backpack. They've got cute stickers. I'm pretty sure if you went to middle school toilets, cute stickers is not what you find. Okay, I think that's it for what's in the toilets. We've got garden club every Friday at 3:45 p.m. Okay, they are doing gardening. It's currently just after 3, in case that's important. MM. Okay, is that the school football team or the name of the school? But it's May, and I assume because of the crossing out, today is Friday. I mean, some kids, they have, you know, hobbies that are actually normal. You know, not all of them are off playing Roblox and whatever. Some of them like books and gardening and chess, I hear. Yes, so today I think it's Friday the 3rd of May, in case gardening's not normal. See, I like a bit of gardening. My problem with gardening is there are spiders in the garden, and every year I'm going like, yes, I'm going to make my garden so pretty. And then the first spider I see, I'm like, no plants, you're on your own. I'm not doing this anymore. Off to my house. So, yes, I usually plant a bunch of things, and then I'm like, well, you better survive by yourself, because there are spiders here. I'm not doing it. Okay, we've got lockers. We've got 101 Eco Eye Palette. Really? They let you have eye palette in middle school? Little Orphan Franny, official script, scene 1. 6 orphans are sleeping in a sad-looking dorm room. Loud city noises filter in of the street. Holly jumps out of the bed. Mommy! Kepler turns over in bed. Something it off. Huffy, trying to sleep over here. Or is this Annie? Just Franny instead. A mostly empty backpack containing a blank notebook. Hey girl, heard the great news, congrats. I knew you'd get it cause you're so talented. I actually have a little news on my own. Guess who asked me out? Yeah, him. I kinda thought he might after you told me he was single again. He's been flirting with me all semester in Mrs. Gladstone class, but you never can be sure with boys. Anyways, just wanted to tell someone, A. Yes, so there is some dating situations. Yeah, boys with a Z and is single again. And signed by A. So there is A is dating someone who's been flirting with them in Mrs. Gladstone class. We're gonna have to remember that. Well, apparently in the UK people think that spiders don't like conkers. But I'm like, I'm not convinced that's true. Okay, more in 102, more Franny script. OMG, it's so boring in here. I finally saw the last episode of Stinky Sisters. Also super boring. I feel like Sarah's becoming Paul's girlfriend, after all, was really dumb. Like, what was the whole season for? And the way that Cindy confronted Bradwin? I'm not gonna watch the next season anyways. What else to write about? I still can't believe A got dumped at my club. I feel so bad for her. This class is so boring. Gotta go to the bathroom to waste time. LOL. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, British people have silly words for so many things, and I'm just like used to saying those, but then I'm like, is that really a word that people use that do not live here? Apparently not. Apparently conkers is a silly, yeah, a silly British word. Yeah, you can just throw them in the squish the spiders. That's for sure. I mean, I also know that British people like hitting each other with conkers. Tie them on strings and then have conker wars or something like that. So, you know, where I'm from, we get conkers and we make little cute people and cute animals with conkers. And British people are like, no, war. Anyways, so stuff here, like, a bunch of this is not important because it's about a TV show. So it's like Bradwin and whoever in a TV show. But yes. So previously A was saying, oh my god, he asked me out, but now this one is saying A got dumped at my club. So is that the same A? Like both things happened, or are they different people? To my BFF from your BFF. Dear BFF, just wanted to say thanks for all your support lately. Your homework was a lifesaver. I couldn't concentrate on math this week. I just never saw it coming because he said he loved me, you know. I know it's only been a few days, but it still hurts really bad. I keep tearing up in class. The schedule is helping though. So thanks for putting that together. It is a little confusing sometimes, but I haven't had to see him, so it's worth it. Probably would be easier to follow if I wore a watch. Haha. Anyways, your best BFF. Yeah, so someone had a pen color, good thinking. And there's something about not wearing a watch. So that's also a clue. But yes, what I also got from it is like, yes, he said he loved me, but it's only been a few days. So basically classic middle school drama, right? They started dated for a few days, and then he dumps her, and she's like, oh my god, it's so hard. It's in so much pain. So yeah, it might be the same A that got asked out and dumped immediately. I mean, I'm not even like, because obviously, is this supposed to be America? How old are you in middle school in America? Because it varies by place, right? The UK doesn't even have middle school as much, so it's totally different here. Then like I went to middle school, it was between 13 and 16, so are they that age? Are they younger, older? Hello, Saint Pie. Welcome to the stream for the first time. Yeah, so we're doing 12 to 15. Okay, so I can see the ones on the lower age range maybe being a bit like that. Hey, I hope you didn't feel ignored last night. My little cousin was playing with it and didn't tell me it rang. The whole crew was coming over because my big bro was being honored by his troop. I forget which badge he got, haha. Well, the teacher is looking at me, so I guess I'll end it here. Just wanted to make sure we were cool. Talk to you later. Okay, was the little cousin playing that Star Shield game? Because, you know, everyone seems to be obsessed. An empty green backpack, yeah, so someone else got their backpack with them. 103, last name Smythe. We heard about Smythes, right, as well. They got an A. Jessica has 4 apples, 5 pears, and 1 banana. Her friend Josie has 3 apples, 6 pears, and 2 bananas. Please, no, not the chicken math. If they each give each other 4 pieces of fruit, who will have an odd number of fruit? The answer is Josie. Imagine a scenario in which train is racing along blah 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 10,000 miles up a hill to 1,000 miles. It travels blah blah blah. Okay, well, apparently whoever's name is Smythe, they're really good at working out those word maths problems. Yes, there's always a train. And you know what? The answer is always, it's gonna be late. The train, always late. Peanut, a photo of a happy cat. Hey, Peanut is happy for once. He wasn't very happy when we saw him. From K to K from A. Dear K, I was really glad you were there when it happened. I don't know how I would have coped alone. Not that I'm coping that good now, but still, you're really good friend. I don't know if I'll be back to the club though. Too humiliating. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, so again, it's A that was dumped in the club. By club, I assume they mean something like gardening club, not, you know, the club where you go clubbing. I assume we can also match people to the lockers based on who has which notes, right? So if this is a note 2K, I assume K has received it, and therefore this is K's locker. So K Smythe, that might be a clue to a name. Top secret? Hey girl, guess who goes out with Daddy Carbox now? Me. Don't tell him I'm this excited, but I'm so excited. He asked me yesterday. It was super cute. I've been wanting to gush about it, but didn't want to hurt A. We agreed to just act normal around her for now, but I just couldn't resist telling you. Please don't tell her yet. I'll tell her when it's time. When the time is right, Mrs. Daddy Carbox. Dance club for middle schoolers, yeah. uh, is, oh my god, you know, whoever gonna be a daddy Carbox here, a son of whoever the people were that were running the car oil change place from the previous missions, right? Like, he's the son of the oil changing entrepreneur. So he's Daddy Carbox. Yes, but of course they're like, oh, I'm just gonna go out with him but not tell anyone. Yes, that's the important question. Did they dance or did they just stand around? I mean, that said, like when I was younger in like, yeah, whatever, middle school, they had like, you know, school discos and people danced, so they do dance. Although yes, these days TikTok dances and Fortnite dances, right? Not like anything else. I don't know what do kids do these days. I'm too old for this. But yes, the drama is Daddy Carbox was dating A, and then after a few days dumped A, and now is dating this girl that is already also very invested in the fact that they're dating. And yeah, it's so much, just so much drama middle school. Like, I thought the rules were that, you know, if it's an ex of your friend, you're not supposed to be dating them or something. A. Garcia, my hero. My mom, Sandra, is my hero. When I'm sad, she's there to make me feel better. Every morning, she packs me lunch. And every night, she cooks dinner, or she orders from her favorite restaurants. Yeah, I mean, however you get the food. On my birthday, she buys me a special present or takes me to do something special. She also told me to prioritize studying. One time, I broke a very special piece of china that her mom had given her. And then what happened? She didn't get to finish that sentence, right? It's like, I broke a very special piece of china, dies mid-sentence. That's how that ended. This is a picture of an angel with boobies. Yeah, it's just, as soon as she wrote that down, slam. A with wings and hearts and signed BB. Wasn't there someone else whose name was BB? But they were an adult, right? I assume they don't come to the middle school. Garcia go. Okay, so first things first, I got the part. I was so nervous, but so glad I went for it. Second, you're all so cute. You are all really meant to be together. So glad it finally happened. Third, my brother got a puppy for his birthday. It's so cute. I can't wait to show it to you when you come over next week. Yeah, there was some baking posh ball. Yeah, there was Belinda something, but yes, I don't remember. Those are arms spraying. Okay, yes, I can see the arms. I can see that they're the arms. I take back my terrible commentary. Yes. Okay, so someone got the part in play and commenting on people being cute together and puppies. They didn't even include a picture of the puppy. Come on. 105. Also, this 104, no backpack. That's important, right? Because so far, 103 and 104 didn't have a backpack, but one of them is wearing a backpack. So one of them will be the one wearing a backpack. 105, there is a backpack. Someone who also plays the Star Shield game. An empty backpack with a starship built on the front pocket. Yes, someone likes the game. Bakey Boo. That's your new name. It's official. Hope you like it. So, I know you said that 4 would work better today, but it really has to be an hour early because my mom is picking me up to go shopping. Don't tell on me. That time worked fine yesterday anyway. Don't be late. I need to see your face. Your angel. Bakey Boo. Yes, there is something up with the Starshield game. Like, is the game just causing all of this? It's like, if you play the game, something, or maybe if you don't, because I think no one from the family so far has been playing the game, and, you know, that's where they're having a bad day. The game developers ensure you feel terrible unless you start playing the game. I didn't mean to close that. Hey Benny, sorry if I wasn't clear. I tried to make it as simple as possible. You're always even for lockers, but otherwise it alternates just to be fair and work with your classes, Molly. Okay. Even for lockers. Okay, some turf wars. Hey dude, no judgment here, man. You do you. It will all blow over by next week probably, but I'll keep it on the down low. I've got a new girlfriend too, haha. I bet you can guess who she is. I played it really cool, even though I was sweating so bad. And asked her out yesterday. Then I almost blew it because I missed her call, but it's all good. Philly cheese. P.S. What's your Starshield score? Oh, even odd on the timetable. Yes, you're right. Okay, I mean, so this is some dude's locker. Yes, because they're getting notes from their dude friends about their dude business. Philly cheese. So yes, the boys are playing Starshield. Molly flew. Solve for X. Extra chicken math. Well, they did solve for some X's. I am not going to check whether that's correct or not, unless the game says I have to. A photo of a blonde boy, my love. I totally understand, but we're going to miss you so much. Just know I'm always here for you if you need anything. I love my picture, by the way. Thank you so much. He's so adorable. Oh, I almost forgot. I talked to M and P at lunch, and they said free, so I told them that works for us too. We're gonna rock this project. See ya then. Yeah, the math homework. Okay, so Kay wrote this. The first one was correct. Digimon is on the maths case. To BFF from BFF. Dear BFF, don't even mention it. Just make sure you bring it to class on Monday, lol. I think that's when it's due. I'm glad the schedule is working and he's sticking to it, even though it's not as simple as I thought it was. Lol, sorry about that. I wish me and Lyle had one last year, but he never would have agreed to it because he's a huge jerk. Lol. Anyway, see you this afternoon. Okay, so this is a response to that other note we saw saying, oh yeah, thanks for your homework and also thanks for the schedule thing, right? So that's them two talking together. The BFFs are chit-chatting. Okay, and there's no backpack here either. So that's all the lockers, but that's not all of the things and the words yet. But actually, while we're here... Yes, while we're here chatting about chicken maths, we still have 5 free memberships this month. So let's the YouTube dice roll for who becomes the new owners of the chicken maths emojis. Yes, the homework has been checked. through your collective brain cells. Okay, we've got... No, that's the bathroom. The spot. We're going to the spot. Okay. Oh, there's more rooms. We can go to all the rooms. We've got the lockers, the library, the cafeteria. And there's the corn cola again. And trash everywhere. Okay, yes, yeah, good thinking. Yes, if someone's like, I can't do maths, then we will know it's not them. Okay, so this is the schedule as well, but this has been shredded. So here we can read the things better, but obviously everything is in places. So yes, we have spot, library, lockers, cafeteria, EO, 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 even odd, something, something. So at even hours and odd hours, because there's also B and A, and that may be the names, right? Because one of the girl, I think, is called A, and he, I guess, is B because there was B's in the letters. We're gonna... Actually, I haven't even checked, like, what we need to solve for. Okay, so we need people's names. So actually, we know... this is Ash Tink, right? Because she was on the picture and then there was the name of her. But we don't actually have her name. We don't have her name in our options, so we still have to find her. And we don't know who the Sailor Moon girl is. And we have to, yeah, we have to do whose locker is whose. So yeah, we really need to gonna nail down on those notes and then, of course, the sentence. So yeah, we can come back to this if we need to read something specific that was erased on the other section. Yeah, so that's that. And obviously, I guess it's important the fact that someone like shredded it and threw it in the air, right? And actually the tree here, I'm not sure how well you can see, but it's lots of like B plus A crossed out, C plus E crossed out, F plus R crossed out. And then Z plus M, A plus B, S plus someone, M plus B, W, W, and M plus L is crossed out. So yes, the kids are just trading around, you know, just anyone with anyone, swapping. So honestly, by this point, it feels like, you know, why they're getting upset about the fact that there was someone else, where it just seems to be like, that's what they do. Just everyone dates someone else for a few weeks, maybe, and swap around. You know, just how it goes or something. I don't think I have ever in my life dated someone who was in my school, so I don't know how you deal with that drama. I'll ask Angela later. Okay, well, that's a possible A person. Yes. Everything is so permanent except it isn't. An algebra textbook. Okay, she's got algebra. He's got corn cola. Wonder what that was all about. Okay, so something happened at this table. That's why the thing is torn. And Angela was involved. Biology for middle schools. Frog. Blake Everly. Freshwater frogs. Freshwater frogs are very cool. They make new frogs by laying a whole lot of eggs in bodies of water. Adult frogs can go on land, but they have to avoid drying out, so they have to go back in the water sometimes. One time, I met a frog out in... Dun dun dun. Didn't finish. We don't get to find out about the frog story, unfortunately. They've got a pencil. Met a frog, yeah. It was a prince! It was a prince! You have to kiss the frog. And then it's a beautiful prince or princess, you know. Never know. Yeah, I mean, this is probably gonna be getting more and more complicated as we go on, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense in terms of game progression. But we will muddle through. We will try to work it out. So we can go in the library. Okay, we have another couple people here. You could have just told me you know. A backpack containing multicolor pens, a spiral notebook, and a pencil case. Okay, she's got multicolor pens. She could be any of those writing people. She could be, you know, impersonating someone else using their pen color. And she's mad about something. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, okay? That's the guy whose picture was in the locker. So, it might be her locker if she has his picture and they're together. Or, I mean, it doesn't, like, just because in the same room doesn't mean they're together, but just as a guess. A little orphan Franny, it's definitely Annie. Staring Kaylee Posh. Okay, so we had the Posh name somewhere as a sign thing, so now we know that it's Kaylee Posh as Franny. Phil Biggs as Daddy Carback. Okay, so Daddy Carbax is not a nickname they give someone because their dad owns the oil changing company. It's actually a character in this fake Annie, which yes, fake Annie is Franny. Yeah, and Ashtink as Miss Flanagan. So I think. Oh yeah, I was trying to think like what the characters from Annie are called because I'm like, couldn't bring it back into my my mind. Okay, but yes, we think this is gonna be Ashtink purely because we know her from this family picture and we know Ashtink is the daughter in the family. But the rest of them, we will need to work it out. There's a computer running the cipher game Pros and Codes. I think this is a previous game from the same developers. They're basically doing a little insert of their own game into this one, which totally allowed. I've seen Annie the movie, and I have actually seen the stage play of Annie, but I've just forgotten everything. I don't have a good memory for like character names or just general names. Yeah. Okay, well that's all in the library, I think. We've got the cafeteria as well. There's another couple people here, and Firefly is like, I know you gave me the chair, but it wouldn't be fair on everyone if I didn't try to participate in the stream. Actively participate and climb on you and your desk and everything else. Is that it? The chair is not enough for you. You want to be involved. Okay. So, who are you two? Wait a minute. You knew about this? Oh no. I mean, it may have been mentioned. Okay, he also got biology for middle schoolers. He got a note with cheese. P. Okay. P is a stinky piece of cheese. Signed BB. And a note with a heart. Hey, no worries. I was tired, so I went to bed early. Better not leave me hanging tonight, though. Well, Mr. Tompkins is about to make us go run laps, so I gotta go. Talk to you later. P.S. I found your missing script. Walked me to my locker after the project meeting And I'll give it to you. Yeah, so, I mean, yes, this is all so middle school if, like, they're writing notes while they're in class so that just so they can hand them to other people instead of, you know, just talking to them later. And now I have to decode this whole situation. Drink your juice, eat your greens, eat your fruit. That's the messaging. Okay, we've got art club every Tuesday at 4:30. Get in touch with your creative side. Join the Mapleton Middle Art Club. New members always welcome. Talk to Kimmy for more details. Okay, not only they have gardening club, they have art club. A flyer for summer volunteer opportunities. So everyone is drinking corn cola as well, and apparently that's all the words. That is all the words we're getting, and that's all the information we're getting. And we're supposed to work everything out from here. I mean, yes, I suppose the cheese is something like this person stinks or whatever else, or it's some sort of like word puzzle, which not my strongest suit in terms of like P in cheese. There's a P on there. You know. And that adds up to their P. For anyone who saw that video. Yes, there's a P on the cheese. Yeah, oh, Philly cheese. Cheesy peas. Yeah, I guess Philly cheese makes sense. Yes. Okay, so how are we gonna go about this? I'm like, where do I even start with you all? Because it was like, someone who doesn't wear a watch, but it's like, most of them don't have a watch. So that's not even a good clue. So that's the two we started with. So we know this is Ashtink. What names do we have? Because I think that's always the easier to go with, right? We start with the names and go from there. So we know there is an Ashtink that we've already filled it in. We have a bunch of B's. Benny, Biggs, Baker, Blake. Yes, everyone gets a phone. Although, yes, again, varies per place, region, country. But I'm pretty sure in the UK, schools tend to ban phones. So you wouldn't have your phone on you during school. So we have Angela, Smite, Posh, and stuff like that. Those are surnames. Everly, also a surname. Biggs, Baker, Blake could be a first name or a surname. Flo was a surname. Garcia was a surname. Kaylee's a first name. Kimmy, Molly, and Phil. Well, on the poster there were some names we can put them together. At least, you know, the way they need to be as full names, even if we don't know who they are. So yeah, so it's Kaylee, Posh. One of the names. Okay, Blake was the first name. We have Phil, Biggs. Annoyingly, I can't rearrange the names on this thing while I have, like, without having this screen open. I can't just do it in the world. So Phil, Biggs. And Ashting. We already know Ashting. Philly Biggs, maybe Philly Cheese? It could be. Sounds like middle schooler nicknames. So yeah, it feels like most of the information is in the lockers. So we have A, but obviously there's Ash and there's Angela. So that's different people. We have K. Well, K might be Kaylee or Kimmy. It's one of them related to Marcus. Hmm. Potentially, you know, long since moved out to the States, you know, made it out of the manor, and now they're living here their best middle schooler life. Um, possible. Yeah, but a lot of them are just like, dear BFF. Yeah, so Smythe was last name. And actually, we have this note, right? It's 2K from A. So someone with first name K, because this is a note. I assume the receiver already has the note. I'm gonna go with this and hope that's true. Dear K, yes. That's them saying, oh, you know, it was good you were there. So K Smythe. Because we already know there is Kaylee Posh, what we have left is that it's gonna be Kimmy Smythe, I think. And they got a picture of Peanut. That maybe it might be because Ash gave it to him, because obviously Peanut is Ash's family pet. We have A Garcia. Well, for A's we only have Angela left, so it's gonna be Angela Garcia. We also have Benny Blake, because that would... Oh no, because there's Baker as well. I didn't see it, because I was like, oh, that would make up for the BB. Wasn't the Flu name or something? Oh yes, Molly Flu. That was already a full name we had for someone. I was like, yes, I'm pretty sure that was a whole thing. So we have Blake, Baker, and Everly. So yes, it feels like Blake will have to be the first name. More BFFs, more Ks. Bakey Boo. Well, there is Baker, so Bakey would obviously make sense for that. Back to the backpack in the spot outside. Yeah, we can go. Oh, Blake Everly. Yes, good remembering. So it's Blake Everly and Benny Baker. So actually, presumably this is then Blake Everly, right? He's the guy writing about frogs. So you are Blake Everly over here. So that's him and Ash Ding done. I like to organize my little notes. Then this guy, there was a picture of him in the lockers. So what can we know from that? That Molly Flu has his picture. Anime adventure with talking frogs. So Molly Flu has his picture, so presumably the girl with him is Molly. Again, I'm going on some assumption that the couples that are currently dating are currently also hanging out together. And this person is also BFF with whoever A is, I think, or whoever they were helping with the homework and all that stuff. And K is writing to them. I talked to M and P. So this person is an M, that's a different M. Molly's good at math. Yes, we can see that. So do we say that this is Molly then? Because she's with him and they're having some sort of... You could have told me, you know, it doesn't matter. Could it be friends' homework? I mean, it could if we're saying... Let us just read this. But it says bring it to class Monday, right? So this is the person giving away the homework, right? This isn't the person getting homework. So I still feel like this is potentially hair stuff. Like this is Molly's locker and this is her homework. What is it? I'm glad the schedule is working, even though it's not as simple as I thought it was. Sorry about that. I wish me and Lyle had one last year, but he never would have agreed to it because okay, so Lyle is some sort of ex she had, and he's not even part of this thing. Girl in spot have algebra book in front of her. She does, but having an algebra textbook with you having an algebra text with you does not indicate whether you're good or bad at algebra. Yeah, they seem to have like basically an outdoor area that leads to the different sections. Like a quad in the middle. I mean, weirdly enough, the high school I went to had like, it was a square and had an outdoor area on the inside. So yes, you could go through the indoor-outdoor square to go to places. Yes, it's definitely something that's around. You know, have some nature on your breaks, and you know, if the outdoors is on the inside, you don't have kids hopping the fence to get out of school. Okay, so yes, we still have the things with people giving each other homeworks. Because that was... where was that? Thanks for your support lately. Your homework is a lifesaver, right? So this is the person receiving... receiving the homework, right? So the other person, the Molly Flu Locker is the person that is lending the homework out. I hope you didn't feel ignored last night. This is a note from her boyfriend. So whoever's here has a boyfriend whose cousin was playing the Star Shield. So this one, hey girl, heard the great news, congrats. I knew you'd get it because you're so talented. This is the person that likely got cast in the play, right? Because they're like congratulating her, and obviously they have the script, so she is one of the people in the play, and this is another person in the play. Because they both have the script, but I would say, like, if you're getting congratulations, I knew you had it in you, you're so talented, I would maybe go with they get the they get to be funny, because then this note is from A, which could be either Angela or Ash Tink, right? And we know Ash already has a different role, so she's not funny. And therefore, this locker could belong to Kaylee Posh. This one here. Oh yeah, there was something about someone's... Oh my god, this game, Richie, it's like so hard because they put things in places and they're like, oh yeah, and I found your thing, and if you come with me later, I will give it to you. So it's like, did later already happen? So yeah, this dude... This dude has a note that says, I was tired, so I went to bed early. Okay, so this is his girlfriend that he was apologizing to because he missed her phone call because his little cousin was playing Starshield on his phone. So the girlfriend says, hey, no worries, I was tired, so I went to bed early. Better not leave me hanging tonight. Well, Mr. Tompkins is about to make us go run laps, so gotta go. I found your missing script, walked into my locker after the project meeting, and I will give it to you. Okay, but this is a dude, right? So that means he's the boy. He's the boy. He's Mr. Carbox, right? So his name is Phil Biggs then? Right? If he's the boy that's missing a script. If he's playing as Daddy. Now, I'm gonna assume the people with the scripts are the 3 people in the main roles, right? Because obviously there is like a tons of other kids in Annie and all that stuff. And few other people, right? I'm gonna assume they're only talking about the main roles and no one who's playing a random child number 6 is getting a play script, because that just... that would be too much for my little brain. So I think from that we can say that this guy here is Phil Biggs. This goes wrong, we're gonna have a lot of undoing to do. Okay, so from that, we could try to work out who his girlfriend is. It's like, is it the girl here with him? I mean, the way she's speaking to him... wait a minute, you knew about this, like, that sounds like his girlfriend giving him, like, you knew about something, and you didn't tell me the secret, and I was not up to date on the goss. Right, that's how you speak to your boyfriend. He's got the Philly cheese note, says BB, so yes, he's got a cheese note. Oh, we have only one boy remaining. You are right. So that makes the blonde guy Benny Baker, if we're correct about the other boys. So now we need to sort out the girls. She doesn't have anything on her. Like, she doesn't have a backpack. She doesn't have any pens. She just has nothing. She's got makeup though. Do other girls have makeup on them? Oh no, they do. They all got makeup. Who's running this middle school? I didn't think middle schoolers were allowed to wear makeup. She says I'll ask Angela later. So if this tells us anything, is that she's not Angela. Yes, she is not Angela. That's for sure. So she can be Kaylee, Kimmy, or Molly. Do we have any indication who may be like dating Blake or anything about that? So we could get something from that. Cause yeah, like eyeshadow palette doesn't help if they're all wearing makeup. Are they all wearing makeup? At least those two are. She is not wearing makeup. So there's that. And she's got the purple backpack with all of the color pens, so she could be writing any color. And she is wearing makeup. And she is wearing makeup. And then the girl's in the toilet. Ash is not wearing makeup, and she's got pink Sailor Moon makeup on her face. So at least the 3 of them. BFFs. Okay, so this is a note from Kay, so this person has the script here because they're either in the play or they're the girlfriend that found the script. And actually, this is a note that's a response to that thing. Hey, I hope you didn't feel ignored last night. My cousin was playing on the phone, right? So, if this is a response to that note about, oh, you know, the note that the guy, I'm like struggling to explain. Yes, if this is the conversation about being ignored because the cousin is playing on the phone, then that matches with the note he has. No worries, I was tired. So, P.S. I found your missing script. So this might be the locker of his girlfriend that has found his script, and that's why it has a script, which means, yes, that locker is not therefore for someone who's in the play. It's for the girlfriend of Phil Biggs. And then... yeah, I think Ash doesn't have the backpack because she left it at home, right? So, but there's a bunch of places where there is a backpack or a backpack is in the locker, so it's not yet 100% set on whose backpack is who's in where. So then, where is that note? Someone saying, someone was saying, I am Mrs. Carbox. Hey girl, guess who goes out with Daddy Carbox out? The cat wants out of the room. Eat your greens, eat your fruit. Okay, let me let Firefly out because she's gonna be attacking the doors if I don't do it. 1 second, please. Okay, she's out for now. I'm sure she will come back later, do some more text. So, okay. This note was written by the girl dating Phil Biggs because she's Mrs. Daddy Carbox now. Yes, so, and that matches up with the blue pen writing that was on the note that he had from her. So this is a note 2K from 8, and I assume Smythe is the surname, so therefore that would make this person is Kimmy Smythe. Yes, Kimmy Smythe is Phil Biggs' girlfriend, and the way they're in the cafeteria and the way she's talking to him, I would say that is his girlfriend. So she's Kimmy Smythe, I think. If you think otherwise for some reason, you're free to yell at me. Yes, it feels plausible. Obviously, yes, it feels like a stretch just going, oh, they're in a room together, they must be dating, but at the same time, what else am I to say? Yeah, we're gonna see. If it tells us we're very wrong, then we're gonna unpack that problem later. Okay, so we're down to Kaylee Posh, Molly Flew, and Angela Garcia. Kaylee Posh, I think... Where's the third script? So there's a script here, right? So this will be either Kaylee or Ash. This is the script for the boy. Who has the third script? Because she doesn't have a script. Script in Ash's bag at home, maybe. Yeah, I don't even remember if we got to... But yes, it makes sense that therefore Ash would have a script, right? Because she's the third person in the play. And so this locker belongs to Kaylee Posh. Yes. We just now have to figure out who Kaylee Posh... Oh, actually, well, what we can do is we can obviously put names against lockers. So we know 101 is therefore Kaylee Posh. And 102 is Kimmy Smythe. Oh, don't do it like this. Kimmy Smythe, because she's the suspected girlfriend of Phil Biggs, and that's his script in there. Yes. So 103 is... No, wait. No, messed it up. 103 is Kimmy's... Yes, 103 is Kimmy's mind, not 102. Did I already confuse myself? I am terrible. Something is not adding up here. Something is not adding up here. Yeah, so this is Ash's pet, which feels like, you know, she would have a picture of her pet. Okay, it just contains school books we don't get to see. But this note is 2K from A, right? Again, based on my assumption, which may be flawed, that the notes are already with their respective receivers. This locker is for K. Smythe, right? But then... Oh no, because, yeah, Kimmy... This is the person telling K. Smythe that they're dating Phil Biggs. And therefore... K. Smythe cannot be the person dating Phil Biggs. So I think the way I went wrong is that assumption done just because they are in the same room together, they're dating, right? So I think she's here with Phil, but they're not dating. So that makes her not... they're not a couple here. I think that's the conclusion. Yes, he's been seen with another girl, which obviously by middle school rules that's cheating, right? You can't be with another girl. So K. Smythe's locker is 103. That I think that adds up. But this is not K. Smythe. Because that's gonna be whoever's dating him. Which is the blue pen girl. So this is the blue pen girl. And this is who has his script. So... this is the two BFFs. Yeah, obviously they're in the toilet together, so obviously them being BFFs makes sense. So the dear BFF, don't mention it. But this is Blue Pen Girl again, right? So blue pen girl who's Mrs. Daddy Carbax is the same person writing this note to Molly Fu, dear BFF. So whoever's blue pen girl is Molly Fu's BFF. This is all so confusing. I'm just like, yes, there's so much drama in this middle school. Tech support is back. She only took a little stroll around the house. And she's back here. Okay, so 102 is actual Phil's girlfriend. Yeah, she's patrolling. Thank you for all your support lately. So this is the BFF saying thank you for all your support. And she is, don't mention it. Just make sure you bring it to class on Monday. So that's those two notes to my BFF from your BFF. Those are the two talking to each other, right? So I'm glad the schedule's working. This the homework, all that stuff. She likes this guy. And she's not K. And so we have someone with pink pen writing K. And she's got pink pen. Hot pink gel pen, right? So this girl here, she's the one writing in pink. So she's writing... she's writing this stuff, right? I totally understand, but we're going to miss you. Just know I'm always here for you if you need anything. I love my picture, by the way. Okay, yeah, so she's saying thanks for the picture of the cat then. Was Kay in charge of the art club? That's not here, that's in here. Kimi is in charge of the art club. So, Kimi Smythe is in charge of the art club. So, we have Pink Pen here. Almost forgot I talked to M and P at lunch, so they said free. So I told them works for us too. We're gonna rock this project. See, okay, so there's also some things of some people are doing a project together that it involves MP and K and whoever else. So yes, Pink K, the girl with the pink the girl with the pink pen is writing the pink letters. So this note as well is from her. Stuff about the TV shows. I still can't believe A got dumped at my club. I feel so bad for her. Okay, I think this is where the whole clubs come in, right? Because if we're saying the dumping happened a couple days ago. I couldn't concentrate on math this week. I just never saw it coming because he said he loved me, you know. I know it's only been a few days, but it still hurts really bad. I keep tearing up. The schedule's helping, right? So if we're saying A got dumped at a club, the garden club hasn't happened yet. So did she get dumped at the art club? Because the art club happens on Tuesday, right? So they were already in art club Tuesday. So that would have been a couple days since the dumping, since today is Friday. Because the garden club is only happening in like 45 minutes this week, so garden club hasn't happened yet. So yes, that would say pink girl here is Kimmy Smythe. Yes, Kimmy would be saying at my club because, again, I'm going by, she has pink pen and those are pink notes, right? Yes. Can't believe A got dumped at my club. I feel so bad for her. Oh, the class so boring. Gonna go to the bathroom to waste time. Lol. But that means 102 is not her locker. 103 is her locker. And we already had that because we already got that from the fact that she had her test in there. Right? Because it's 2K, Smythe, and everything. Oh, and yes, dear Kay, I was really glad you were there when that happened. I don't know how I would have coped alone. Not that I'm coping that good now, but still, you're a really good friend. I don't know if I'll be back to the club though, too humiliating. Just wanted to let you know, yes. So that makes sense that A is writing that note saying, oh yeah, Kimmy, you saw how humiliated I was at your club. Okay, so we've got Kimmy. Then, yes, 106 then must be Ashtink, right? She's not got her bag here, but also she's got the note saying don't mention it, just make sure bring it to class on Monday, and it's just the return of that mood. So 106 Ashtink. You can't see it because he's behind my camera, but I'm putting it in there. 106 is Ashtink. So we have 102, 104, 105. But then Ashtink has this picture here saying a photo of a blonde boy that says my love, but that surely surely, what? Is that the guy who dumped her? She still has his picture? Or is his a new guy? Like, what is going on? And she's got Molly's homework? She's still keeping a picture of her ex? Maybe. I mean, don't know. Wouldn't you be like, burn it? Rip it into pieces and burn it. Sure. Sure. She's like, oh, I miss him. Okay, but that means, because this is the schedule of like, you know, how they're supposed to go to different places in the school to basically you know, uphold it so that, like, she says the schedule is helping, right? I'm glad the schedule is working and he's sticking to it, even though it's not as simple as I thought that was, right? So, they're doing the schedule so that they don't have to see each other, or that she doesn't have to see him all the time in the school. So it has two names on this schedule. Yes, that's you know, crazy middle school level situation, right? Yes, I have given a copy of this, and I swear to uphold it. So it's signed by Ashtink and Baker, right? Which means the ex, Ash's ex, is Benny Baker, which we have named as the blonde boy. So yes, that's him here. So yes, she is keeping his picture still in her locker, being like, my love. He's yeah, there was more on the torn up one because we read that, right? His one, right? Turf schedule, and yes, we get Baker here and all that. Yeah, given turf, I have been given something, swear to uphold it, right? So they used to date. Yes, this is giving everyone middle school anxiety. But yes, we have to work out between those girls who is who. One, like, this is Garcia. Okay, well, we can say that the locker 104 is Angela Garcia because it literally has her, whatever this is, homework. It has a letter to Garcia Gal from Posh Pal. Okay, so she's got a letter from Kaylee Posh. So that means green pen's Kaylee Posh. Is there any more green pen notes that we can read or see? Bakey Boo, your angel. Okay, so your angel, because her name is Angela. She might be multicolor pen. Oh, she might be the identity thief pen. That girl I don't trust. So Posh Pal is using... Oh yes, sorry, I get confused. Posh Pal is using green pen, but is it the same green pen? I guess. Posh Pal. Bakey Boo, your angel. Are we gonna do handwriting analysis? Well, whoever your angel, this note, yeah, looks darker here. Whoever wrote this note is the new girlfriend, right, of Bakey Boo, aka Benny Baker. Yes, okay, different greens. But that means 105. 105 is Benny Baker's... Again, you can see. Is Benny Baker's locker, right? Because he's there, he has the note to Bakey Boo, which means... yes, they do have different paper foldings as well, but this is a hard because that's from the girlfriend, right? This is, hey Benny, sorry for the query. I tried to make it as simple as possible. You're always even for lockers, but otherwise it alternates just to be fair and work in your classes, Molly. Okay, so Molly... it's more locker than kids? No, I don't think so. So Molly is the one who made the schedule. So we've got lockers for Kaylee, we've got locker for Angela. So we're just missing Kimi, Benny. Oh yeah, someone doesn't have... Some of them don't have lockers? No, there's more kids than lockers, yes? Because there's 8 kids, but only 6 lockers. I mean, I assume the other lockers are just in another area of the school. But we know 102... I think we know 102 is one of the girls. Right. And therefore we already... yeah, there's stuff about the schedule. They're mad about the schedule and stuff like that. But let's see. For the girls, we have Kaylee's locker. We have Angela's locker. We don't have Molly's locker, so she's lockerless for now. We have Kimmy's locker. and we have got Ash's locker, right? So for the girls, only Molly doesn't have a locker. Okay. Yes, this game is very complicated, right? Like, again, I picked it up because I was like, oh, it's like an idol-like, but it's cutesy, so, you know, how hard could it be? Turns out pretty goddamn hard. Right? So last time we were already having a struggle, and now we're like, okay, let's get all of those little bits. Okay, but that means it's Molly who is currently dating Mr. Carbucks. Yes, the puzzles are pretty brutal, right? Because this is the locker where they have the script that they picked up, and she's dating Daddy Carbucks. Yes, this is all so complicated. Bakey Boo. Yeah, she's dating the boy that's missing the script, and the boy that's missing the script is Phil Biggs, right? So here's Phil Biggs. We know who Phil Biggs is. It's just the question of, is this his girlfriend? Is Idol or this game more difficult? I think I'm having more trouble deciphering this game sometimes, right? Like, I think, at least in terms of what Idol was doing, like, it was coming to me a lot easier, like, what was happening. I think this game really has you work for every scrap of information, because, yes, I think that Idol is a lot more, you go in, you click through all the stuff, and you get a picture of the story that's supposed to be happening. Here, I click through all the stuff, and I'm like, you what? So I think this one is a lot more, you have to scrape, you have to keep going back through to get every bit of information, which makes it harder, but I'm not sure that means it's better out of the box, right? I think, yes, Idol flows a lot better. Like, yes, there are things in Idol where you have to notice little bits of things, you have to notice little bit of information, and sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not quite sure what was happening here unless you spot that one thing. But I think what's really good about Idol is that, yes, they do an incredibly good job of laying out those hints, and everything makes sense together, and like everything in the scene is there for a reason, right? I think this game, there is just a lot of little pieces that is very hard to connect the dots, right? So you have to just be coming through the same material over and over and over again until you latch on to that riddle thread that lets you get the things together. Yes, yes, it's easy to make a hard game because it's so obscure, right? It's hard to make a game which is as impressive as Idol in the sense of like, oh yeah, it comes together so well that while it's challenging, you see how it all makes sense, right? Yeah, so it flows very differently. Okay, well, we have the three girls still. Molly, Kaylee, and Angela. Who is with Ash in the bathroom then. Because we figured out Pink Girl. Right. We figured out something about Pink Girl. That she wrote stuff to people. Yes, and I have to keep like going back and forth being like, wait, what was that information? Yeah, she's definitely not Angela. Molly knows about the schedule because Molly designed the schedule. And therefore, yes, that would make her Kaylee. You are right. That as a process of elimination, that makes sense because of the whole I'm gonna need to ask Angela, right? So she's not Angela, and Molly did make the schedule. So, are you Kaylee Posh? Okay. Well, we're not gonna know because obviously we're not gonna. So now we have those two girls that look super mad, right? Well, now, important part, right? The person who would have this ripped up schedule must be Benny Baker, right? Because he had it as his agreement with Ash as created by Molly, right? So he was here with Angela. Yes, and Angela is dating him, right? So presumably Angela found out about the turf schedule and was like, what? Your ex-girlfriend is gonna try and dictate where we get to go at what time? I am not having this. Rip, 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 right? Like, I assume that's the scene that transpired here. And that's why she's saying, I'll ask Angela later. But then, is it the case that she's gone off with him and now they're together in the library? Right? So she's in here. You could have just told me, you know. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, right? So this would make her Angela then? If they're arguing about this whole situation? And then this girl here is Molly Flew. Let's just see what she's talking about. Wait a minute, you knew about this. I mean, it may have been mentioned. Huh. You knew about this. She's like, you know, she's not saying something I would expect Molly to be saying if Molly is the one making up the schedule. But maybe. Well, we're gonna see if this is correct. Okay. We've got the names. We've got the names. That is all correct. So from there... something something. Let's get all the words. Something something, verb, something with someone. Okay, so this is Benny Baker. Broke up with Ash Dink. So Molly Flew, right? It was Molly who made the schedule. I'm like, I'm just questioning anything I know right now. Yeah, I'm glad the schedule is working. And that's from this locker. And this is Molly's locker. Okay, so Molly created the schedule. Turf something. Let's make middle school drama. What was it called? This whole thing? Turf schedule? Turf schedule. So they could avoid seeing each other. Days later. Okay, so it's Friday, Tuesday, so 3 days later? Because it's been 3 days. 3 days later. Yes, it's like, yes, you can no longer occupy the same physical space as each other. I mean, we're laughing at middle schoolers, but, you know, there are workplaces where this happens, where people date and then they break up and then it's goddamn drama in the workplace. So it's not just middle schoolers, to be honest. It seems to, you know, go... Certain people just don't get over making this sort of drama for themselves and others. Days later, something. Days later, someone did something by going to the something at the something. Okay, so this is about them coming across each other at a place they weren't supposed to. Yeah, I think some people are just predisposed to drama. So currently it's Friday, and I guess it's an odd hour because it's just past 3, right? So Friday just past 3. Oh, that's gonna be hard to read from here. Yes, yes, there's something like that, right? Where they're like, oh, let's go over there. So yes, on Friday, the spot, oh, it's all... Yes, it's by hour. They have to, like... So you get even hours, you get odd hours, right? Like in those different spots. Yeah, I think, yes. I think it's not that the terrible day is the fact that she had to see him. Even though she keeps his picture in her locker, right? But I guess it's seeing him with the new girl that's the problem. But yes, the spot on Friday is all blurred up, so I'm not sure if we can see it here. Or maybe where it is above the... Okay, so... It was at the end of the thing, and the spot is second from the bottom, right? And then it's B and A. So he gets even hours on Friday at the spot, and she gets odd hours. So yes, it was her time. It was Ash's time at the spot, but he was there with his new girlfriend, and that's what happened. Yes. Days later, Benny broke the turf schedule by going to the spot at an odd hour. Yeah, so yeah, she couldn't be there at an even hour, so she was like, oh yeah, let's meet earlier. Unfortunately, well, Ash saw Benny there with Angela Garcia, right? Because that's the new girlfriend. His new girlfriend. There we go. Ash was devastated when Benny broke up with her. Molly's tour schedule eased her pain for a few days, but Benny never told his new girlfriend Angela about the schedule. Benny went along with the plan. So when Angela wanted to meet at the spot during Ash's scheduled time, Benny went along with the plan, causing Ash and her friends to run into him. When Molly confronted them with the schedule, Benny tore it up. Okay, so he was like, no, my new girlfriend is more important than your silly schedule. Right? So that's why that happened. So yes, middle school drama, but yeah, it took me an hour and a half to comb through it all. So I'm like, I'm not sure we're gonna finish this game today, because we still have Grandma, we still have Grandpa, and we're going to the dog now, so, you know, if this is gonna get... And then we have the little boy as well. So this is going to get more and more complicated. We may need more time than just today. Didn't even carve the new initials into the tree. Well, it's been 2 days. Yes, I mean, considering they just all seem to be like swapping around and dating each other, yes. Soon, everyone will just have to get their own private room at the school and stay there, because if they're so precious about this. Okay, so what happened to the dog? Puppy's day out. Yes, they're gonna have to all switch to online school because they can't be near each other. Look, it's a screen full of dogs. So we have dog poo bags, a poo bag dispenser, and we've got a poo. It's very important we inspected the poo. There is a red and yellow squeaky ball. All of those dogs are just going crazy. One of the dogs is getting out. Yes, they really made a dog poo. I might not get to Grandma's chapter. Well, if I mean, my intent is to finish this game, so if not today, next time I stream. But yes, I am definitely interested what kind of shenanigans are the retired people getting into, because I keep hearing stories that, you know, retirement homes are just crazy in terms of like it's just old people who are like, well, I still got life, so I'm gonna have fun in here. But yeah, for now we've got dogs. So yes, it's dogs who's got red things in his poop. Probably should see a vet. Yes, one of the dogs has dug a hole and is escaping. So this person, I assume this is some sort of dog daycare or whatever you call those things. I don't think they're doing a very good job dealing with the place. Considering this one is growling at the other dog, this one's escaping. If you don't drop it, you're going to timeout. I don't think dogs really understand that concept. A blue cotton rope. A letter addressed to Miss Perkins regarding admittance to a local vet tech program. Okay, so she might be Miss Perkins. Well, or she's very likely Miss Perkins, because every single other thing we have to name in this section is a dog. Although, I don't know, maybe you could name your dog Miss Perkins. Yes, oh yeah, because the girls from the Boss Girl MLMs were booking their dogs for their takers or treatments or whatever, right? Executive boarding. Okay, is that actually everything in this screen? Okay, so posh pop palaces. Okay, so is this like where they stay, little kennels? A bone? Bit of red rope. Okay, so there is a red ropey toy that's been destroyed. You don't think a dog can be a vet tech? Oh well, that's just discrimination. Yeah, so we've got a red rope here, and that dog was pooping red, so that dog probably ate that red toy. Yeah, I mean, she might be running this place by herself to pay for this vet tech program, right? And we've got like a green... I mean, this looks more like a weight for exercising. The dogs are getting buff. Okay, so yes, there's 8 dogs. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yes, okay, so all 8 of them are there, but one of them is just the tail. I mean, listen, if she's running a proper place, right, we're gonna open a nice little file cabinet, and in that file cabinet, there's gonna be a file for each of the dogs, and on each of those things is gonna be dog's name, their picture, their breed, right? It's gonna be like that. All we need to do is find that file cabinet, and all will be revealed. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. So we have little bit, ate all their dinner. Nugget did not eat anything. Teddy, well, it looks like Teddy ate everything, but there aren't even crumbs in here, so that's very suspicious, right? The bowl is basically empty and clean. Do we know things dog's name? Yes, we do know the dog's name. I think we've learned it so. Or did we? Because we know Peanut is the cat. Maybe I'll remember. Yeah, we don't remember, but I'm sure we can... Thumper. Oh yeah. So does he not have a... Maybe there is like a different place or something. Or maybe he has a government name. Right? So he's got... A thumper is what they call him at home, but he's got government name that he's using when he's out. Yes. This bowl just looks like there was nothing in it at all, right? It's not like a little bit where they left little crumbs, right? Sweetie Pie. Well, Sweetie Pie, again, the bowl is clean, but also they've got a purple plushie that's lost several limbs. Honey Bun, again, little bits of food left. Sir barks a lot, again, clean bowl. I mean, maybe they just get fed at different times, or they're very clean eaters. Big Boo, a beige plushie. Because yeah, I mean, if not, then a lot of them are not getting fed. Shadow. Again, Shadow didn't have anything yet. The bowl is full. Okay, what other locations do we have? There we go. Posh Pups rules. Oh, there's lots of things to click in here. Posh Pups rules. Pups must be naked. Due to previous incidents and to make the pups comfy, all collars and harnesses must be removed. Okay then. Yes, maybe it's not all dogs eat 3 times a day. Yeah, maybe they have different schedules. Honestly, I've not had a dog for a very long time, so I know they eat, but not really on top of like, you know, specifically what you do with a dog. Yes, why do you have to say naked, right? That's just weird. Like, I could understand no outfits, right? You're like, yeah, we don't want any issues with them getting caught on things, so don't put them in any outfits. But take their collar off and stuff. Like, typically on the collar, you would put all the information like, if lost, please call, whatever, right? And then, you know, you take their collars off and they're digging under the fence and then they're gonna be lost. Palaces are not kennels. Posh Pup palaces are only to be used at noon for mealtime and at 10 and 3 for nap time. Yes, so yes, I think she's not doing the a very organized job of running this place. Yes, only 1 meal at noon and then 10 and 3 for nap time. So that's an interesting thing. I mean, I assume it's like a day daycare, so they're gonna be they've ate at home in the morning and then they're gonna eat in the evening at their house. So that might be it. Pups must get a nickname. We love our pups like they're our own. That's why we give each pup a unique and powerful nickname. Okay, so actually Thumper is Thumper's government name, but this place is like, why would I use a dog's name? I must give them a nickname. And yes, like dogs don't work like this, right? You can't, you know, just use random names with them. I mean, I know you can probably change a dog's name, but you would have to, again, retrain them to respond to that name. Yes, that's wild, right? Because, like, pretty sure they're trained to recall on their own name, so now you're just making the whole thing confusing. I don't think this lady knows what she's doing. Thursday, 8 a.m. Shadow, 12 p.m. Sweetie Pie Shadow, 4 p.m. Shadow, Friday, 8 a.m. Shadow. Is that some sort of schedule for something? They didn't even write what this schedule is for. Is it medicine? Is it feeding? Is it when they arrive at the business? Lady, get yourself organized. Seriously. What's in the cupboards? Darling dog food, hearty food for your darling dog, made from the finest rabbit, wild rice, eggs, and potatoes. Tasty topper, guaranteed to make even the biggest pups gobble up any meal. Cheese flavor. Do dogs like cheese? I guess dogs are omnivores. They like food. Chili front pockets. Canine use only. Give 1 tablet every 4 hours as needed for anxiety or nervousness. Okay, this is anxiety dogs. Dogs love cheese. Okay. So, they like a cheese flavor topping. Because I definitely don't know as much about dogs. They like more food than they can eat. I mean, yeah. I have read many stories about dogs that ate things they shouldn't have eaten, and now it's a problem. So yeah, they definitely eat a lot of things. Playful morsels, kibbles for playful pups, tiny kibbles for tiny mouse. Okay, so there's gonna be different foods depending on like the size of the dog. I mean, I guess that makes sense, maybe. Running free, groovy kibbles with free-range duck, organic apples, and cheese. That's okay. So this is like a fancy organic dog food. Different dogs, different food. Yes, Shadow gets something every 4 hours, as you've said. But then on Friday, only at 8 a.m., they did fill in the rest. Shadow is not getting their medications. They're gonna be anxious and nervous. And notice, report all signs of environmental and food allergies, redness, itching, vomiting, diarrhea to parents. Don't forget to log medicine use. Okay. So this is potentially log for they've given them the medicine, not when they're supposed to give them the medicine. Still, I would expect it to be a list of when you do it and then you tick it off, right? Because if you didn't put the future schedules, you could forget that you're supposed to fill it in, right? So ticking off pre-scheduled things, probably more organized. I'm judging this lady dog daycare as if I know how to run a dog daycare. Reminder, notify pup parents when food supply runs low. Posh Pups gourmet menu, specially formulated for superb digestions and high quality nutrition. Exclusive large pup meal featuring salmon, carrots, whole grains, proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals. Exclusive small pup meal featuring chicken, green beans, ancient grains, proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals. Yes, like something where, yeah, you have to, you know, check and do all of the things. Again, here they're saying that there is gourmet menus, and I'm like, Should you be doing that? Shouldn't the people, the dog owners, be giving you the, you know, meal list and what should be in the meal, considering as dogs might have different needs, allergies, likes, dislikes? I don't know. Posh pup, small pup, gourmet meal. More medicine. Chill something. This one is just scribbled. Canine use. Only give 1 tablet of meal for seasonal and food allergies. Yeah, we don't know. And there is large pup, gourmet meal, ocean fish, all natural, grain-free, wild doggy food with board, carrots, and peas. Okay, so potentially one of the dogs grain-free, or this is just an ingredients they use. Okay, so they have a bunch of different food that they use. Yeah, they're just like everything. So yeah, Sweetie Pie had a medicine once. And therefore, yes, they're the only dog with medicine. This lady's so confusing, right? She's just, yeah, she doesn't write what she gives those dogs. She's just upselling just random bags of food as special meals, not printing all of the ingredients, proprietary brand of vitamins and minerals. She's got a picture of a dog. Okay, we've got messages. Darlene, I'm sorry I had to leave early today. When you're so new. I already assigned places and put their plushies inside, but you'll have to manage the rest. Okay, so this isn't a one-person operations. This is someone actually works here and someone actually owns this place. Those are 2 different people. And they left a new person in charge of 8 dogs. Don't worry about it. All the dogs are good and sweet. You're a lifesaver, Lori. Okay, so Darlene is the person that runs the place. There are different shapes in the food, yes. The game is called Escaped, a convict in love. It's about a man on the run who's ready to settle down after 12 years alone in his cell. Is it good? Duh, that's why I'm telling you about it. Okay, I will check it out this weekend. Bob, sweet. Y'all need another employee. I switched my major again. OMG, stop. You're never gonna get out of college. LOL. Don't wanna join the real world, just wanna pet dogs. Lol, me too. Okay, Bob's just like, I'm gonna be a student forever. Ralph, yeah, they're mostly a good bunch, but they get aggressive sometimes. Really? They all seem so nice. Make sure you pick up all the sticks in the afternoon and sweep the paths out. I forget once and it was awful. Why? What happened? The dogs were like, what do you mean you didn't clean up our place? We're gonna bite your ankles. Yes, this game is like, oh yeah, we needed to use some very specific words for some very specific purposes, but not in the context that would give you the answer, so we've just made up some other things. Oh my god. Pup info portal. Baby. Okay, so this is their government names then. Baby, allergies none. Food needs, PPS. Only comes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Favorite plushie. They didn't write what the favorite plushie is. Loves to dig, get dirty, and play fetch. Well, I have at least one dog I could think about that I saw that could be this. Yes, no pictures, no description, right? You're a new person working in this place, and someone's like, oh yeah, baby's coming. Which one's that? Oh, you know, the baby that loves to get dirty. Bear. No allergies, DDF, food. Kennel needs none. Quirks, loves to play, tug of war, and fetch. Will eat anything, can be destructive when not supervised. Yes, this is bad business. Dot. Food needs PM. Kennel needs away from other barkers. Well, that maybe Sir barks a lot. Will bark incessantly once set off. Does not share toys well. Loves to play fetch. Messy eater. Okay. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the clean balls are the non-messy eaters and you know, food is all over the place. That's the messy eaters. Duncan. Legumes, chicken, pork, seasonal causes itching. Okay, so this dog has a bunch of allergies. Food needs, PPS, and a chopper. Kennel needs, only comes Tuesday and Thursday, favorite plushie. Loves to play fetch, will destroy toys, very picky eater, super sweet. Pee-wee. Chicken causes stomach issues. Food needs OF. Only food. It's a website where you get to look at people's meals. Yeah, Duncan isn't here today because it's Friday, right? Yes, because they just gave Shadow their morning medicine on Friday. Yes, it's only foods. Don't worry, only foods. Yes. Loves blue rope. Only comes Monday and Friday, so Pee-wee must be here. Away from other barkers. Will bark incessantly, loves to tug and dig holes. Shares toys well with others, loves blue rope. Pockets, allergies none. Food needs PPL. Should only have one neighbor. Okay, so they're at one of the ends. Quirk. Severe separation anxiety. Loves to dig. Keeps to himself. Needs to be calm to eat. Stanley. Allergic to salmon, eggs, red meat. All cause stomach issues. It needs PPS stopper. The PPS is like... Because there was PPS, PPL. I guess pups large and pups small, right? So this, it kind of gives us an idea of whether the dog is small or large. Yeah, she may have made some mistakes. I think the problem, like, obviously, because all of this is gonna go to why is one of the dogs' days ruined, right? And obviously it's gonna be because the new girl wasn't getting appropriate instructions, didn't know which dog is which, messed everything up, and now the dog's days ruined. Yes, but I think, yes, this tells us that dogs are small or large because PPS is small and PPL is large. Yes, I mean, yes, she's the new girl. The company owner set her up. Okay, Stanley's allergic to salmon and eggs. And is a small dog and likes... only comes Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so Stanley's not here today because it's a Friday. So it doesn't matter what Stanley likes because he's not here. Fully. No allergies. Food needs GK, so that's a different... I assume it's one of the brands then. Should be next to twin brother. Loves to play tug of war and fetch. Loves to chew. Messy eater. Allergies. Thumper. Okay, so Thumper is the dog we know. He's from the Things family. He's allergic to chicken and beef. That causes stomach issues. PPL. Topper. But Thumper is a small dog, right? So is that not dog size? Is that just the amount they eat then? So it doesn't tell us whether the dog is big or small? Yeah, dogs can... They lost their identity. Yeah, he is a small dog that eats like a big dog and he can't have chicken, yes. Shouldn't be next to Pee-wee. Loves to chew and tag. Red rope is favorite. Very picky eater. Doesn't share well. Okay. And Furmond. Allergies. Chicken. Seasonal causes eating. Food needs WDF. Should be next to twin sister. Favorite plushie. Okay, so Julie and Furmond are twins. But, you know, It could be twins as in same dogs. It could be twins as in they've got a Rottweiler and a Chihuahua and are going around like, look at my twin doggos. Right? So I assume nothing about the twin dogs being same sort of dogs or not. Loves to play with ball, will eat anything in sight, likes to get dirty, can be destructive. Okay, this pup info portal, honestly, useless. No pictures, no descriptions. Like, the food, maybe it will lead us somewhere, but yes, they need to work on their business records. And then we have colors. Okay, we just get to look at them. Baby. Okay, well, so we know baby's here, which I assume we knew anyway because of baby's schedule. So this thing doesn't even have a name. Nor does this. This one has a heart on it. What does that tell us? I don't know. I mean, some of them are like dirty and stuff like that, so that might be a clue as to the owner of the collar is the Thumper. And so, do we need to... Oh no, okay, so we don't need to match the colors, but I assume something there is clues. Yes, we need to figure out which dogs is in which kennel, rather than which dog has which color. Also, the story is pretty long. So what we have... Well, we've got, of course, all of the names. And this is all the words, so apparently we have learned everything we need to know to solve this whole case. So, first of all, what is this woman's full name, right? Because we know she's Perkins. Does someone call her by her actual first name? You're a lifesaver, Laurie. Okay, yes. So her name is Laurie Perkins. There. The person's identity has been established. Now we get all of the dogs. So who isn't here? Right? Baby's here. Bear is here every day, I assume. Dot is here every day. Duncan is not here, right? Because only comes Tuesday and Thursday. Today is Friday. Duncan is out of the list. Pee-wee is here Monday, Friday, so he's presumably here. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else. We know what this was. Like, when we report this woman to, I don't know, animal control, police, whatever, that's all we need to know, right? I'm sorry, this lady runs a terrible dog daycare. Can you please sort her out? Pee-wee's here. Pockets is here. Stanley's only here Wednesday and Thursday, so he's not here today. Yes, I assume that was her dog, right? Because, yes, she's got the picture on the phone of a dog. This one here with a yellow collar. And that's everyone, right? Because that leaves us with 8 dogs that are here. But now we need to work things out. Yes, so this dog here, I assume that's her dog based on that picture, unless it's this dog that's currently making a prison escape from here. Right, because there is another dark dog going through here, but this looks more like the dog that there was a picture of. Yeah, if you don't drop it, you're going to time out. Okay, I mean, we know that... wait, which one's Thumper? Is this one, right? This is the Ting's dog, this orange one. Right? So I was like, or is it this dog? No, I think the orange dog is the one. Likes to chew and tag. Red rope is favorite. Very picky eater. Doesn't share well. So yes, can we just say that this is Thumper because we know that is the Sphinx's dog because we've seen him before. We've seen him on the main menu and all that stuff. So then we have everyone else. Yes, he certainly isn't sharing the stick, and he also apparently hates Pee-wee, but what do we know about Pee-wee? Pee-wee is here, will bark incessantly, loves to tag and dig holes, shares toys well with others, loves blue rope. Okay, so both Thumper and Pee-wee... Oh no, Thumper likes red rope, not blue rope. I have misread that. Stanley likes blue rope. Stanley's not here. So Pee-wee loves blue rope. Because she's got blue rope here on her. There is also red rope, and red rope is what Thumper likes, but yes, and then Thumper likes red rope, but red rope is here, and red rope has been eaten by this guy, and he's currently in the process of pooping it out, so that might be part of the reason Thumper's day is ruined, right? Another dog ate his favorite rope. But yeah, she's got blue rope talking to those two. But that's like, you know, Thumper, you're not sharing the stick. And that guy looks super sad. Oh, there is, because only 8 dogs are here, yes? The 2 extra dogs are not here today because it's Friday. Although, yes, what do they do on the days when the other dogs are here, right? Because some of them are here every single day, and then some of them are only here some other days. Where's the extra kennels for when the other dogs come? And as we're saying, this is like 2-sided room. 7.5 dogs are here. You are correct. I mean, honestly, like more of a, I don't know, 7.2 of a dog are here because this dog is mostly out of here. Great. I think this dog is happy, this one here. I think he's getting dirty, right? There was a bunch of dogs that were like, they like getting dirty. And yes, I think he's one of the I like to go in the mud. And yes, 2 of the dogs are the same, so that might be the whole... They're twinsies because they're actually are the same dogs and not like 2 totally different dogs, but you know, their parents call them twins, or their owners call them twins because they're like, oh yeah, my babies, they're twins. But then the 2 great dogs, they're also very similar, right? Like this one and this one, they look very sort of same to me as well. So that's interesting. Because that means there are 2 sets of twins. I was like, what are the poo bag thing for? But that's just so we can get the word poo out of here. So obviously we have the fact that they have food in their palaces, not kennels. That we could then link them to something. Only one of the twins might be like getting dirty. Yeah. So the Furman and Fully are... They are one of the twins, right? So we have twin brother, twin sister. Tug of War, Fetch, Chew, Messy Eater. likes to play with ball, will add anything aside, likes to get dirty, can be destructive. So like that could be the dog getting dirty. But there wasn't anything about other dogs. So Pockets loves to dig. Keeps to himself, needs to be calm to eat. So I'm kind of feeling like Pockets might be the dog that's making their escape, right? Because both having separation anxiety, loving to dig, keeping to himself, like that sounds like something, you know, could cause a dog to dig a hole and try to escape under defense. Because Baby also likes to get dirty and play fetch. Bear, play fetch, eat anything, can be destructive. Well, I mean, he did eat, like, one of the dogs ate the red rope. So that could be something, right? That the dog that's currently pooping is the destructive dog. One will bark incessantly. Loves to share toys, messy eater. Does not share toys, sorry. Loves to play fetch, messy eater. Duncan also destroys toys, but Duncan's not here. Pee-wee also barks. Bear ate a red rope and is big and brown. Yeah, that would add up. Loves blue rope, Pee-wee. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the pooping dog, which, by the way, great facial expression on him here, is Bear. Because it says he will eat anything and can be destructive when not supervised, right? And he's clearly the one that ate red rope, because the other dog that said is destructive is not here. Okay, so who else? Well, my other thing is that I think Pockets is the one digging a hole, right? Severe separation anxiety, loves to dig, keeps to himself. And obviously we have to also account for the nicknames, right? So if we're saying Pockets got anxiety and there is anxiety medication for every 4 hours, and actually this says Pockets on this thing, right? It says it's Pockets. So if he's the one with the anxiety and taking the medication, and therefore Pockets is Shadow, right? That's their nickname. So again, sorry, that's behind my camera, but I'm putting Pockets having the Shadow nickname in the palace. And I do think it's just the tail, right? Because that's the dog that's digging, and he wants to be by himself, so he's escaping. So that's my current assumption. So we know this dog is Hair Dog, and that's his color. But is there anything we can get here? Like, with the food, Bear, who we think we've identified, their food is DDF, which is the darling dog food. Healthy food for your darling dog, made by your fine. So, okay, so some of them eat that food that's in the... Again, why don't you write it as the whole name? People are gonna get confused. Someone's going to get poisoned, right? Write the whole name, exactly. this place, seriously. Don't bring your dog to this daycare. They're not good at their job. So Dot has PM food. Duncan's not here, we don't care. Pee-wee eats OF. Which, what is OF? Something in the fridge? Oh, ocean fish. So he's just like, oh yeah, I'm just having my fish. Because he can't eat chicken. Pockets eats the large dog food, so that, I mean, obviously we can't see that dog, but by the tail I would say it's probably a larger dog, right? The tail seemed pretty sizable. Wouldn't be attached to a tiny dog. Stanley's not here. Tully eats GK. And Furman eats W. So even the twin dogs, they eat different foods. So Groovy kibbles. And then wild doggy food is what the other one eats. It eats grain-free. Okay, this time here starts with TH. The 1 tablet for seasonal and food allergies. So that's what Sweetie Pie has been given, right? Because that's once a day medication. And then for VH we have Ferment, which does have chicken and seasonal allergies. Thumper has chicken and beef allergies. And Foley has no allergies. So this is either Thumper or Ferment's medication. Hello there, welcome. How is it even so smashed? Again, terrible dog daycare. Their medicine is smashed. Everything's terrible. Right? Like, how are they running this place? Seasonal and food allergies. Can we somehow... Well, presumably... Thumper is allergic to chicken and beef. And that's the reason he gets the PPL food, right? Because... there is chicken in the PPS stuff, so he gets the salmon instead. Which means, in theory, he doesn't have to take any medication, right? Because he just doesn't eat the food that would cause him any issues. But Ferment has seasonal allergies, which I assume means, like, he's allergic to pollen or whatever. Dogs have seasonal allergies? Okay. Well, anyway. If he has seasonal allergies, then obviously just avoiding food he cannot eat is not gonna help, and therefore he would need medication. So that would leave us with Ferment. Ferment's nickname is Sweetie Pie. We can confirm by seeing if there's a plushie inside of Sweetie Pie's palace. Dogs have immune systems, sure. And there is a plushie here. Yeah, so yes, Ferment is the one with the... Yes, and they are scratching here. And they are one of the twins' dogs. Yes, I guess I'm just not that knowledgeable about dogs' allergies, feeding, and whatever, but I believe you. So, Ferment is Sweetie Pie, and he's the dog that's scratching. So Sweetie Pie, and he's scratching. That means Thule is the other yellow dog. Right, so Thule loves to play tug of war and fetch, loves to chew, messy eater. So Thule is either Teddy or Honey Bun, because they have to be next to Sweetie Pie, aka Ferment. So we can put them here because we named them. So what do we know? Messy Eater. They don't have a favorite dog. So in Teddy's, it's very clean. In Honey Bun's, I mean, would I call this messy? But I mean, they left a little bit of food around, right? Like, this is messier than the other one. But none of them look like proper messed up. But I guess from that, I would go for Honey Bun is more likely to be Thule than if they're next to Sweetie Pie. And I mean, I guess it would make sense if they're twins, that they call one Sweetie Pie and the other one Honey Bun, right? Rather than Sweetie Pie and Teddy. Doesn't give them that cute twin feeling, right? Okay, so that's 3 of them assigned to their places. Some of them are named. Can we work out what pockets, where pockets might be staying? Okay, pockets should only have one neighbor. Needs to be calm to eat. Well, I mean, what we can say is that pockets... Oh, actually, I already said pockets is shadow. Yes, that makes sense even here, because if they have to be at the end, they will be called Little Bit or Shadow. Little Bit is a messy eater, but he ate. Well, clearly, Pockets is stressed, has not eaten, right? Or Pockets, aka Shadow. Oh my god. So confusing. Why did the dogs have to have 2 names each? My head is exploding. Yes, this makes sense for this to be Pockets, the anxiety dog that's currently escaping, lives here. So who's Little Bit? It's a messy eater. Nugget also didn't eat for some reason. There is another... Big Boo also has a plushie. So can we identify Big Boo? Baby has a favorite plushie. Duncan's not here, has a favorite plushie. And Ferment has a favorite plushie, but we already know. So I guess Baby... Baby is Big Boo, because there's a favorite plushie inside of this palace. So we can at least assign Baby as Big Boo. Which dog is it? I have no idea. What else we know about Baby? Loves to dig, get dirty, and play fetch. Cool. And it needs PPS, which means needs the small food, so most likely one of the smaller dogs likes to get dirty, dig, and play fetch. So potentially this dirty boy, girl, whatever here is Baby. Because they're getting dirty. Who else we have that we haven't identified? Nugget hasn't eaten. Why has Nugget not eaten? What's wrong with Nugget? And then we have Sir Barks a lot. Was gonna be one of the barkers. What happened, Nugget? Why didn't you eat? Who even are you, Nugget? Is a better question. I think I've identified Bear, at least who they are, who I think they are. and Pockets. So we've got potentially only Pee-wee and Dot to name. And one is a large dog and one is a small dog. So Dot eats PM away from other barkers. Will bark, does not share toys, loves to play fetch, messy eater. And then Pee-wee will also bark. Loves to tag and take hold, shares toys with others, loves blue rope. Okay, but they all eat special food, so we can't use that to say like one of them is small and one of them is big. Pee-wee's allergic to chicken. Tui likes getting dirty too, yes. But we know... no, actually Tuli likes to play tug of war and fetch, loves to chew and messy eater. So Tuli's a messy eater, which could be a clue for which place they might be staying, right? Because I think the only messy ball we have left is Little Bit. Or we have, I mean, we have Nugget that hasn't eaten. Why hasn't they eaten? So it could be that... Oh, but we said Tui is already identified as Honey Bun, so we already know about them. So that's not anything we need to do more with. Dot is a messy eater as well. While Pee-wee is not. So Dot could be a little bit, because that's a messy place with the messy food. So does that mean that Dot is Little Bit? Yeah, so we have the twins, right? Because it's Tuli and Termon, they're the twins. We've marked them, and we marked them as Sweetie Pie and Honey Bun. So I think they're correct. So I think this dog is barking and this dog is barking. So that further sets us on... those are the two barkers, Pee-wee and Dot. I mean, we know that there are two barkers left, Pee-wee and Dot. Yes, keep them away from other barkers. And the Pee-wee is also a barkers. But it's Dot who's a messy eater. So Dot is Little Bit. And then therefore Pee-wee is Sir barks a lot. Right, because are they only two barkers? Destructive. Yeah, Dot will bark. Duncan's not here. Pee-wee will bark. Pockets don't bark. Stanley is not here. No barking. No barking. No barking. Okay, so I think Pee-wee, therefore, is Sir barks a lot, right? Because if we're saying it's Dot and Little Bit, and Dot is a messy eater, then Dot has this place, and then Sir barks a lot is here, being a non-messy eater. So that's... like, that's links to potential nicknames. But then, what does that tell us about which of them is actually which? Like, between those two dogs, which one is Dot and which one is Pee-wee? She loves dogs. And like this dog, that's her dog. But I don't think she has anything here that mentions the dog, right? She doesn't talk about it in here. Yeah, they just wanna pet dogs. They get aggressive sometimes. Yeah, it's like, oh, what happened? The dogs got aggressive and all that. Anything else in their kennels? No, they literally have nothing in there that could further tell me about them. So it's only the things in here. I mean, they have a collar. Because we know this is the yellow collar from the picture on her phone. Like, some of the collars are messed up. Some of the collars are... like... is the size of them somehow an indication here, right? Because obviously Baby has a very small collar. And then D has a very small collar. So D could be Dot, right? Because he's the only one that starts with a D and is here. So are we saying Dot is a small dog and therefore he's this little gray dog? And Pee-wee is a big dog? Yes, okay. So that's done. That's all the dogs named. So we still have to establish some of the nicknames. Yes. Sorry it's taking so long, but this game is a lot of reading. So we already have Dot set for a nickname. Furman set for a nickname. Pee-wee set for a nickname. Thule is. Baby is. Pockets is. We don't have a nickname for Bear. And we don't have a nickname for Thumper. That's the only two. Dot is barking at the woman with his favorite blue string. Yeah, I mean that's good thinking too. I mean, I guess yeah, he's barking. I was thinking he was like more removed from her, but yes, he might be looking at her and barking at her for the rope. I was thinking they're more like the two barkers are interacting with each other, kind of to the front, and she's like dealing with Thumper and the other dog, but yeah, that might be better thinking than my thinking. Okay, so who's Bear? What's Bear's nickname and what's... Well, here we go. Wouldn't Bear's nickname be Teddy? Right? Because that would make sense. And Thumper is a very picky eater. So Nugget has not eaten. And Teddy has eaten. So I think Bear is Teddy because Teddy Bear, and Thumper is Nugget. Yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense what you're saying, that yes, he's looking at her and she has the blue rope and yes, they want the rope. But I just kind of accounted for like, this is a situation here and they're doing something else, but yeah. It does make sense. Okay, so we've got all the dogs and we've got all the nicknames because this place is so confusing that they need to have, you know, double name system. But then, what is the story, right? Because I only got a bit of a story here. Well, a part of the story is, I guess, Thumper, his favorite rope got eaten by Bear. He didn't eat his food for a reason, for whatever reason. Let's see what his food needs are PPL and Topper. So is something wrong with his food? So large... Okay, so small pup meal is circles and triangles. Large pup meal is circles and squares. What did he get? He got circles and squares, right? So he was given the correct meal because he's eating the large dog meal because he can't have chicken. So this is correct. It's circles, squares, not circles and triangles. But the topper, right? There was the tasty topper guaranteed to make even the pickiest pups gobble up any meal cheese flavor. I assume this picture is how this topper looks like. So it does look basically like shredded cheese. But there is no shredded cheese on top of this ball. I mean, like, you know, again, not there with the dogs, but Firefly, like, if she doesn't want to eat the food, like, she would just lick the topper off the top and leave the rest, right? So she's been known to just, like, lick the jelly of the food and leave the food in the bowl, and, you know, you would be surprised how clean it is. Just because she didn't want the meat. She just wanted to lick the things of the top. And she's giving me the look of like, how dare you embarrass me in front of everyone? Talk about me like that. Okay, so he didn't eat because no topper. But what are we saying here? Someone. Well, it's two names, so I assume this is Laurie Perkins because the dogs don't have surnames. What is she? She's an employee here or something. A something. What do we have? We have Porsche Pups. We do have employee, but that's not enough words. Had to. Yeah, she is new. Oh yeah, I mean, are we saying a new employee? Yeah, that makes sense. It's so many words, I'm just like, oh my god. Had to, what, work alone? Manage, I guess there's no work. Manage alone or manage. Food, medicine, union, flashy, poo, posh. Oh yeah, that might make sense. Posh, pups, alone. So many words. Around somewhere. She... around sometime. What is the time? She forgot to give someone medication? Because in theory, based on this, right, Sweetie Pie and Shadow, if it's noon, and it must have been noon, right, because at noon, there is mealtime, right? Which means mealtime's already gone, because food is in the palaces, not kennels. There is a button that orders the words alphabetically, or you can switch between the different categories to help you search. But there doesn't seem to be a button to, like, manage the words by, like, you can't sort them to be in the categories when they're all displayed. So she forgot to give them medication, right? Because again, we were saying how terrible this system is where she just writes it down after she's done it, right? There is no tick boxes to remind you to do it. And it's already afternoon. So Sweetie Pie and Shadow, also known as Furband and Pockets, have not gotten their medication. Around noon, Laurie forgot to give Thumper. Was it Thumper? Yes. Forgot to give Thumper and... Oh my god. Can't remember anything. Pockets. Their medication? No, it wasn't Thumper. I am a big liar. To give Pockets and... Oh my god, who was the second guy with the medications? Ferment? Yes. He didn't get his medication because he's scratching. Ferment their medication. I'm getting there. Overwhelmed. Their medicine. Then something else happens. Someone something does something for some things, and that someone does something which was This sentence is almost all holes. Did she forget the topper? Then Lori forgot. Lori forgot the topper for not farmers, Thumper's food, and she led Bear destroy the red rope, which was Thumper's favorite, right? Because again, what we're looking for here is why is Thumper's days ruined? Right, that's the important part. In the something, someone went to pick up something, leading to someone being aggressive to someone else. I think this while something, I think this is gonna be like Pockets escaped at the end. So Pockets is like, oh my god, this place is just anxiety, I must get out of here. So I think this is referring to this whole stick situation, right? Because the person she was texting is like, yeah, they're mostly a good bunch, but they get aggressive sometimes. Really? They all seem so nice. Make sure you pick up all the sticks in the afternoon and sweep the places out. I forgot once and it was awful. Why? What happened? Yes, definitely wouldn't want to be here, right? So there is some sort of situation that happens with the sticks because obviously, yes, Thumper is being super aggressive about this stick, right? He's growling at the poor Thule. Because Thule is a friendly dog that wants to share, right? Loves to play tug of war and fetch, loves to chew. But Thumper is like, doesn't share well, right? So he's like, no, it's my stick and we're not sharing. So it's basically, what, afternoon? In the afternoon, Lori once again forgot to pick up sticks, leading to Thumper being aggressive towards Thule, and then Pockets escaped. Yeah, they said she was new, but I'm not sure if this is the first time or like, you know, one of the first. Or it's definitely her first time doing it by herself, right? Lori was totally overwhelmed running the daycare by herself. Not only did she let Thumper's favorite toy get destroyed, but she also forgot to put the topper on his lunch. Thumper was hungry and at his wit's end when Thule tried to take his stick, so Thumper got aggressive and had to go to timeout. Yes, she forgot her job training. Okay, so that's Thumper's story and what happened to him. So I think who we have left is Grandma, the boy, and Grandpa. But considering it is almost 11 and considering how long each of those cases is taking, I think, yeah, we're gonna have to continue this in another stream because, yes, if if I start with Grandpa now, we're not gonna be done for another hour and a half or longer, and that's a bit long. A, for my throat, but also because I have to get up really early tomorrow to deal with boring adult things, because apparently, you know, I'm an adult and I have to do adult things. So I think that's gonna be it for today. And yes, no one died yet, so at least, you know, that they have that going, right? They get to get through their terrible day and live for another terrible day to get them at some other time. They don't get pecked to death by birds. Yes, maybe. I mean, this is a picture that was taken at the end of the day, right? So we at least know that everyone made it to the end of the day, even though they're very upset, unless one member of the family is outside dead, and you know, they were just like, I guess they're not in the picture because they're dead. We will find out. So yes, I'm going to try and stream tomorrow, unless again something happens or my throat decides, lol, no, we're not doing it. But yes, I'm hoping tomorrow we can get through the rest of it, unless it gets like super extra complicated. But yes, so for today, thanks so much for coming. Thanks for joining me on this crazy family adventure that's super complicated and way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I literally thought we were going to be done with this in a stream max 2, but no. So yes, thanks everyone for coming, thanks for chatting, thanks for liking this stream, and thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. Hope you have a good rest of your day, good night, and yes, see you soon. Bye bye.